Hello, guys. I'm sorry I'm not here again over these next 3 days. I won't be here. I'll be back on Monday. Um, I was debating taking this week off anyway to try and get some more rest for my voice. And then last week I got sick and got a really bad cough, and it completely destroyed any progress I had made on my voice. So I'm just taking these next 3 days to hopefully get a bit more. I hope it sounds better. I think it sounds a bit better. Um, Currently drinking tea as we speak to hopefully continue to help that healing, so I can come back to yelling at you guys. You know, I'm a yeller. So what we're doing today, you're just watching this video. I know, not super exciting, but I was going to be doing this with you guys anyways, actually, if I was there, of just going over some reminders for how the class works. I know for you guys in 6th hour, there is 3 or 4, and an old face, I believe, Jack. Hi, so glad you're back. And Maritza as well, and sorry, 5 or 6 new faces. So I just want to go over again some expectations for the class, talk about a couple other things, 7th hour auditions and coming up. So as you guys watch, you're just going to be filling in the blanks. This is going to count for your points for participation today. So just fill it in. You'll turn it into the sub at the end, and you get your points for the day. Super easy points. So let's talk about this. We know that we are required to dress out each day. I want to remind you guys again, if you're coming back, if you had Miss A in the past and you didn't have me last semester, I do not require you to bring new clothing, as long as it's something good to move in. So if you come to school in basketball shorts or leggings or something like that, that's totally fine. You don't need to change. However, if you do need to bring clothes, come on, you can do it. Pants must be made of stretchy material, so just absolutely no jeans. Come on. No jeans or khakis is what these blanks is. Let me try it one more time. Come on, you can do it. I just need you to tap to reveal. There we go, jeans or khakis. Again, that means also jean shorts. I don't want to see jean shorts. We don't want anything to restrict our movement. We want to be able to do every possible movement under the sun. So again, don't need to bring new clothing if you're wearing something comfortable. Absolutely no jeans or khaki pants though. Remember that you can only wear dance shoes. Yeah, bear claws, pirouettes, jazz shoes. No sneakers in class. And again, guys, I'd really highly recommend, if you do not have a pair of dance shoes, to get used to dancing barefoot. Socks are way too slippery in this room. If you want to get to the higher levels, you need to improve, and trying to push off to get higher leaps is really difficult if your feet are slipping out from underneath you. So either invest in a pair of dance shoes or get used to dancing barefoot. Couple reminders to not, come on, you can do it. Where is it? Where is it? There you go. No eating in row lines, as I will have a hissy fit. You guys complain, I hear it all the time, about, oh, don't the janitors come in and do the floor? Why is the floor so gross? And then y'all come in and you eat your friggin' Cheetos or whatever in my room and think that you're not leaving crumbs. I know you don't necessarily think that you're going to be leaving crumbs. You're like, I'm not a messy eater. It doesn't matter. This is how crumbs work. They're small, and you stand up, they come off of your shirt, and then they get on the ground and then on somebody's feet, and it's gross. Do not eat in row lines, as I will have a hissy fit. And I got a little lax with this next semester because I just got tired of reminding you guys, but please, again, do not, come on, you can do it. This is chewing gum. No chewing gum while dancing, whatever it's there. There it is. No chewing gum while dancing. Again, it's just dangerous. I don't want to see you choking on gum, as well as just this. This did happen actually last semester. Don't know if somebody just like it fell out of their mouth and they genuinely didn't know where it went and were like, oh crap, where did it go? But I found chewed up gum in the middle of my floor and I was livid. Cannot believe the lack of care. Just, oh my gosh. So with that in mind, do not chew gum while dancing. Please spit it out before we start to stretch. Yes, don't want that happening ever again. It was super disappointing and super depressing to find chewed up gum on the middle of my dance floor. And then I had to clean it because I didn't want anybody to step on it. And I am not your janitor. I am not your mom. I'm your dance teacher. Let's keep our dance floors clean. Thank you. There's my soapbox. Okay, reminders for how your grade works in this class. So 10% we know is concert, right? That's tech rehearsal, dress rehearsal, being on time, all of that stuff is 10%. 20% we know is for evals, so grading all of your guys' performances. Written work is another 20%, so that's our quizzes, history, all of that stuff. And we know that half of your grade is just dressing out each day. Of course, again, we've got all of those things. We've got concerts, our biggest deal, right? We've got the evals for each piece. And yeah, we do our quizzes and our history, so we're well rounded. But most of what we do in the class is just dance. We stretch, we do across the floors, we learn a dance. Yeah, we take weeks to learn a dance. So your grade is mostly that, just dressing out and participating in class. I want to remind you guys how this works. So each week, if you go into student view, you see week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You receive 10 points for the week. Now, if there are 5 days in a normal week and 10 points total, do a little bit of math. What does that work out to? How many points per day? That's a whopping 2 points per day. So what this means is if you don't dress out on Monday, that means you are already getting for that week, as long as you don't dress out on Monday and then you're there every day of the week. Otherwise, you're dressed out participating. That's an 8 out of 10 for that week. That's already an 80% for that week in a category that is worth half of your grade. If you continually do not dress out one time per week, at least, or if you're absent one time per week or just not dressing out, there's no way for you to get an A. You will get a B. If you are absent once per week and then don't dress out, if you're feeling sick, whatever, you can get a C. Yeah, I did have a lot of people who just purely because of absences and not dressing out and then not making up the points got a B or a C in the class. And really, you guys, this is dance. You should not be getting a B or a C or a D. So I want to remind you that it's not just not dressing out. Yeah, so you do not dress out. Yes, of course, again, you're not getting the points for the day. But if you're absent, and it's absent for any reason, if it's a suspension, you're going to lose your points. Yeah. If it is a school approved thing, like you're an athlete and you've got a game to go to, you're missing class. And what we do is dance. We dance in class. So you will lose your points for that. If you're sitting out because of injury or sickness, same thing. Yeah, you have to do the makeup assignment. Otherwise, you will not get the points. So I'm not going to be on top of you guys. Yeah, it's your grade. You know what to do. You have to complete the makeup assignment at the top of Canvas, right? Each time you just keep resubmitting to the exact same assignment. You have to do one makeup assignment per day that you're making up. You put the date on there. I've showed you guys before. You should know how it works. So especially if you are absent, I'm not going to tell you the next day, hey, so-and-so, you need to sit and do a makeup assignment because you were absent yesterday. Like, that's on you. You need to do it on your own time, submit it. You can get your grades or your points back. If you ever have any questions of the makeup assignments, if it's confusing, it's pretty straightforward. But if you're not sure, message me. You guys know you can message me on Remind. Okay, let's talk auditions. So just a quick overview of how dance works here at Washington. We know that first and second hour are always the beginning level classes. Yeah, those are my beginning, is first and second hour. Fifth hour is beginning intermediate. This was brought back this year. This has actually been a level that we've had for a very, very long time at Washington. Last year we had 3 beginning classes, and that was just because we were coming back from COVID. So beginning intermediate is you've already had beginning, but you're still working on your basics. You guys, 6th hour, are an audition level. So if you are in this class because you auditioned for it and you were deemed good enough, yeah. So you are advanced intermediate. And then we have 7th hour, which we know is advanced and competent. So auditions are going to be done the week after spring break in March. So auditions for 6th hour are going to be done for you guys, right, for your class, is going to be done in class for my first, second, and fifth hour. That's because 3 classes are feeding into sixth hour, and I can't fit 3 classes in the dance room all at once. So all of them will audition all together, even if they're not taking dance next year. You guys can basically remember how it worked a bit. It's the exact same way it worked last year. So those will be done like on a Monday or Tuesday. I think I have it Tuesday, Wednesday in class for those levels. Then auditions for seventh hour, which is what you guys are auditioning for, is going to be done in the morning, like the Thursday, Friday of that week after the sixth hour auditions are done. That's because it's possible for my first, second, and fifth hour, I might invite some of them to also audition for sixth hour with you guys. And so we do them in the morning as well as that. In this class, there's a lot of seniors that are not going to be taking dance next year because they're going to be graduated, obviously. So we just do the auditions in the morning so we don't waste people's time who are not going to be able to take dance next year. So again, for those auditions, we know that seventh hour, you need to have a clean double pirouette. Your single stags need to be looking good. And I also want to see some higher level grand jetés, not the little ones where our legs are hardly far apart. Want to get some wider split grand jetés, nice pointed toes, all of that stuff. As well as you guys will be learning a pretty tricky contemporary dance. Again, we've explored contemporary a bit in this class. You're going to have another contemporary, I think, this semester. That I'll be doing for you guys. Jazzy actually is what I'm doing. Never mind. Don't listen to me. But the big thing for seventh hour is that I need to see that you can take contemporary seriously. And that you really know how to move like that, because contemporary is really high level. You can do hip hop and you can do jazz, but to be able to really be serious about a contemporary dance, I'm really looking for performance quality. I want to see you giving your all and committing and not being like embarrassed to really go for something. Now, what I'm also looking for is, even if you've got doubles and you've got these really cool leaps, if you are somebody who doesn't take stuff seriously, is perpetually absent, or gives up in the middle of across the floors, I don't want that in seventh hour. Yeah, seventh hour is the highest level class, and I don't want to deal with kids that get halfway across the floor and then stop doing it because it's too hard, or because they think that's far enough, or because they think I'm not looking. I am looking, and I see every single time. So if you know who you are, if you are somebody who gives up halfway through and across the floor, you got until March to change your ways and convince me that you are ready and committed and want to be in seventh hour. Because again, even if your technique is good, if you're not acting right in class, I don't want to put you in seventh hour. Now, if I don't feel you're ready for seventh hour, you're going to put place back into sixth hour next year. You'll still be in the same level. But again, remember that there is also another opportunity to audition in August at the beginning of the year if you don't get into seventh hour in March. Now, don't expect just because more time has passed that you're like, well, more time has passed, so if I don't make it now in March, she'll be able to make it in August. You need to work, yeah? So that's over summer. You're stretching every day, you're practicing your technique, you're trying to improve over summer. If you do nothing over summer and then expect to audition in August and get placed into seventh hour, well, you're probably not going to be getting there because you didn't change anything, right? So definitely, guys, starting now, if you want to get into seventh hour, you're working hard every single day. You're practicing extra at home, because I'm watching. Yes, every single day, not just on these actual auditions. Again, the week after spring break. Okay, let's talk concert. So spring concert, we know, is always a themed concert, or if you don't know, it's always a themed concert. Though this year I'm still going a bit general, just because I want to keep dancing whenever I want to dance to for one more concert. Next year we'll do something more specific. But this year's theme is Music Moves Us. So I'm encouraging choreographers to choose songs based on what they feel moves them to dance. So if this is a hip hop, and you're like, yes, the song is just so cool, or it's a contemporary and the lyrics really move you. For my seventh hour, I'm actually having them do a piece where they'll make music. So they'll have, buckets and drumsticks and shaky things, and they're going to use their own body and stuff like that to make music as we move. So there's that as well. Spring concert is going to be May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Each student is going to have 3 pieces in this concert. Now, the reason I phrased it this way is that each student is going to have 3 pieces, as opposed to 6th hour is going to have 3 pieces. Well, 6th hour as a whole is actually going to have 5 pieces. The reason is the first piece is going to be group pieces that you guys are choreographing. Miss A has done this every single year as well since she was here, and I really like you guys stretching your choreographic wings. So this is going to be the first thing we do actually. Tomorrow and Friday, you guys are going to do full stretches. You're going to dress out. You're going to do all this technique and kind of give yourself a self-assessment. Okay, where am I at? What do I need to work on? If I want to get to 7th hour, what do I got to do? But also on Friday, you guys are going to make your groups. Now I have directions for the peer tutors for that day, but just to kind of go over it really quickly, there's going to be 3 groups. Now there are 33 people total in class. However, I will allow the groups to be a little bit uneven if it ends up working out that way, but no group can have more than 12. So if I have one group that has 12 and another group that has 12, the last group could have like 9 or 12, 11, 10, something like that. Yeah, no more than 12. I don't want these to be massive groups. So you guys do get to choose your own groups. Yeah, but again, it's only 3. And like I said, no more than 12 in a group. So you're going to do that on Friday. You're going to make those groups. Peer tutors will try and facilitate, but peer tutors and you guys, if people get to be annoying because they're like, I don't want to be in that group, I want to be in this group, I will deal with it on Monday. Don't even stress. Just say, Miss Holberg will deal with this when she gets back. You don't, Michaela, Kendall, y'all don't need to deal with that. Please be mature about making your groups. Sometimes we just have to do what we have to do. Your groups will be wonderful no matter who is in them. Again, 3 groups, no more than 12. So that's gonna be the first thing we're gonna do. Now, next week, you're not teaching on Monday. So you don't need to like have a choreographer set just yet. You're just making your groups. You can maybe start talking about some ideas on Friday of like, ooh, I'd really like to do this song, or I think I would like to choreograph. We're going to talk all about that next week. Next week is going to be a lot of practice for choreographing a piece, talking about cutting music, planning how to teach something, all of that is next week. So you guys will officially start teaching your group pieces the week after. So we've got 1 week to work on that. So after your group pieces are done, I'm going to give you guys, again, I'll talk all about that next week. It'll be kind of chunked. You'll have check-ins. Okay, at the end of this week, you guys should be here. At the end of this week, you guys should be here, so forth and so on. After we do that, we evaluate all of your pieces. The second piece is going to be a hip-hop jazz choreographed by myself. This is a song I picked for you guys called Sleepyhead. That is, again, it makes me want to move. I've danced to this song before, and I'm going to re-choreograph it for you guys. And it's super fun. I just love this song, so I'm very excited to do that for you guys. And then the third piece, Kendall and Michaela, just FYI, you guys will be teaching probably right before spring break, starting it, possibly right after spring break. Whatever you guys would like. Again, you guys are encouraged to pick whatever moves you, whatever style you want. If you want to do a contemporary, you can, whatever you'd like. So a couple other things about concert. So as 6th hour, again, you guys are able to do auditions for other group pieces that are not these group pieces, but you guys saw the duets that a couple of your peers did last semester. But you can also, if you are a senior, you can also audition a senior solo as a 6th hour dancer. These are gonna be during the week before spring break. Sorry, I'm talking too much. I need to breathe in my throat. This is going to be a preliminary judging though, especially for spring concert. I really want polished pieces. As well as that, there's going to be a lot of people auditioning for spring concert is usually what ends up happening. And so if one group has it down great and another group is like, we only got 20 seconds choreographed, not dealing with that. Yeah. So we're going to have a preliminary judging and then a final judging of the pieces the last week of March. And then you'll know if you made concert or not. So start working on them now. Again, I know I had a lot of people who wanted to do pieces last semester and then ended up not getting it together in time. So if you're a senior especially, you want to start working on a solo now. Okay, last reminders here, last slide. So just in general, guys, just again, just a couple of things to say and reminders about this semester and when I come back. Please be mindful of leaving trash behind, especially for you guys who come in close to after lunch. I've seen people come in with cups, and then I know you're not being intentional of like, oh, I'll just leave it, Miss Hover will throw it away for me. But that's what ends up happening. Yeah. You don't think about your cup, you put it in somewhere different than your backpack, and then it gets left. And then I end up throwing it away because I want the dance room to look clean and y'all are leaving your trash. So watch out for your friends. If you see they put a cup down and then they're starting to walk out without it, just be like, hey, can you grab your cup and toss it? Or just grab it for them. If you see a bag of chips on the floor that somebody's left, just grab it and throw it away. Not a big deal. We want the dance room to look nice as well, and that kind of thing. Just check around you before you leave class. You guys know as well as I do of all the things that have been left: AirPods, cell phones, clothes, water bottles. You can look to your left of the ViewSonic board and see there are 3 water bottles on top of the, I know this, I was there today to see it, on top of the bookshelf, and then 2 bigger ones down below that have been there forever because y'all leave your stuff because you are just completely blissfully unaware of your surroundings because that's what it is to be a teenager. I understand. But please just do a double check around you before you leave. Yeah, so much stuff has been left. Stop leaving your stuff. This is not your house. Yeah, I know we're here all the time, but it is not your house. If you have not brought your costumes back, I'm going to be placing a debt on your account until you bring them back, depending on the cost of the costume. Please wait until I come back on Monday, though. If you have your costumes, you're like, oh, I was going to bring them to give them to you today. Sorry, hold on to them. Bring them back on Monday. I don't want the sub having to deal with it. But again, especially for those of you guys that are seniors, if you do not bring those costumes back, you're going to have to pay those debts. Otherwise, they will not give you your diploma. Same as if you don't turn in a textbook, or if you're an athlete and you never turned in your uniform, we put that debt on your account so we can get our stuff back. My sets of costumes are small enough as it is, and people don't bring the costumes back. We end up with even smaller sets until I can't use it anymore for a class. We don't want that to happen. So again, tomorrow and Friday, please remember to bring your clothes. Peer tutors are going to be running class. Please make sure you're listening to them, working hard, practicing all your technique. And then again on Friday, be mature about making your groups. I'm only allowing 3. I'm only allowing 12 max. If one group has 13, y'all can rock, paper, scissors or something, because somebody's going to have to change the group. On Monday, I will talk more about the project. And then, like I said, next week, we're going to spend all of class doing activities to get us ready for these choreography projects that are going to be in concert, right? These group pieces that you're doing will be in concert. And lastly, next week, when I come back, we are having a fundraiser. I am buying a set of tap shoes. And tap shoes are very expensive. So each student is going to be selling a box of Rice Krispies, the good old Rice Krispie fundraiser. It's worked out every single year. It seems like you guys don't have a hard time selling them. Just don't keep it in your backpack. You have it out and just walk up and down the aisles of each class. Rice Krispie, Rice Krispie, Rice Krispie, Rice Krispie. You should be able to sell 20 Rice Krispies in a week, no problem. So I'll talk more about that when I come back. That's it. So you can turn this paper in. I miss you guys. I will see you though on Monday. Please be good for the sub the next couple days. And yeah, I will see you in a few.